I'm standing in the middle of a state-of-the-art operation theatre, ladies and gentlemen, with the works in terms of medical equipment. This is even powered by robotics. But the important point is that it's not just for human beings. It's not for human beings. It's for lives that we oftentimes don't value, but perhaps they're most important in our food chain. It's for the wild animals. And it's perhaps a one-of-a-kind rescue and rehabilitation center that I find myself in. And I'm so proud to be able to speak with a person who's at the heart of it all and who's championed it right from ground up, Mr. Anant Ambani. Anantji, namaste.
Anand, how are you? Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you very, very much. Let me first ask you, where are we? And can you take our viewers through this? And then we'll get into the genesis of where we are in Vantara.
Currently, you are in our large animal operation theatre. This is our hospital. It's spread over 1.5 lakh square feet. You can see we have a gas anesthesia machine. We have state-of-the-art operation table, operation lights. We have a entire robotic endoscopic machine which we can also do robotic surgery with. We have ventilators. We have everything which is state of the art. I personally have not seen such a well equipped ICU. So I've visited more than, before I could build this, I visited more than 30 or 40 facilities all across the world, and I took inspiration from every one of them. And those were my inspiration to build this.
True. Now, this is a smaller animal facility. These are primates and the felines, and those are the ones which are here. There's a huge elephant hospital that you've also built. That is the Radhikrishna Elephant Welfare Trust. And that was phenomenal to see. More than 100 elephants that we saw there.
We have rescued actually more than 200 elephants from all across India.
Now, that's not easy. Now, tell me, how did that happen? What's the genesis of this?
So, my mother has always been a great inspiration to me. My mother, when I was a young boy, and we were going, I think 12 years old, we were traveling from Jaipur to Ranthambore. In the middle, on the road, we saw a young elephant with a mavat going on the road in the peak heat. And the elephant was walking a little weirdly. So I told my mom we want to rescue it. So that was the first elephant, and we had no idea how to take care of the elephant. So we got the elephant, we kept it, and then we said we'll build slowly, boon boon se sagar banta hai.
Right.
So we slowly, and today we have. That time we did not even know what to feed the elephant. We would do what the Mahavat says.
Correct.
We had no scientific knowledge. We built a scientific knowledge over a period of, I think, a decade and more. Today we have a highly professional team, more than 300, 400 professionals taking care of the elephant.
How big is this entire facility, if I may ask you?
So all our animal facilities put together spreads over more than 2,500 acres.
2,500 acres. That's a lot of space, and this is in Jamnagar. So Jamnagar is also where your refinery is. The core of your businesses is.
I would say this is my father's and my grandfather's dream. They've worked very hard. We have the world's largest refinery. We have the world's largest new energy plant here. And they've built everything from scratch. My mother built the township where all our employees live. She's created a city, and it was a barren desert. And thanks to my parents, this exists. And even I have seen Jamnagar since 1997. The villages around have prospered so much. It's something amazing.
True. Now, in the heart of all of this enterprise, where Reliance core and perhaps its ancillary and affiliates overall influence more than 1.5 crore lives, correct me if my numbers is wrong, amidst all of that, you thought of saying, okay, let's go and help those who can't talk for themselves.
So, Anand, I basically, when I was a young child, I told you, my mother always would tell me to take care of the animals.
So, in your childhood also you would do this?
I would do it in my childhood. And my father was actually... My father is one of the biggest wildlife buffs. For example, when we were young, I think till the age of 18, I've not gone to any other family holiday except Africa, Ranthambore, and the jungles of Kahana, the jungles of Bandhavgarh, Kaziranga. My father would only take us to jungle holidays. So I think they inspired me to do this. And to be honest, I thought of, so domestic animals, there are many people who are doing a lot of good work across the country.
Correct.
For wildlife, there are very few people. And, wildlife is getting endangered. Here, we have more than 50, 60 endangered species.
50, 60 endangered species.
We've rescued
Okay.
from various backgrounds like circuses, from road accidents, from animal-human conflict, from zoos which are overcrowded. We've rescued animals from all across, from hunting lodges in South Africa and from other places. So while we were rescuing them, I thought that we need a state-of-the-art hospital. We need a state-of-the-art facility. I don't want to keep them in cages. I want to keep them in their natural habitat. So we worked very hard. You saw today, I showed you.
Yeah.
We have mimicked the natural habitat to the T, as to the best of my ability. And my team is more important than me. There's a trust, and the trust runs it. So the team has created a wildlife sanctuary, and each enclosure has its own biodiversity. From the plants to the water body to even the rocks and the logs are from originally where the animals came from. Our focus is that India should not have any wild animals suffering in captivity, or any wild animal should not go without being treated.
That's a very, very big thought, because we are very rich in flora and fauna. So does that also open you up to scrutiny? Are people asking, what is this person doing in Jamnagar? Is he really creating a rescue and a rehabilitation center?
Of course, see, there are a lot of, when you do something, there'll be a lot of people who will praise you and a lot of people who will not praise you. At the end of the day, in my heart, I know I'm true, and I'm doing it for animals. And as long as I know what I'm doing, I don't worry about what others have to say.
I believe there were some people who came and checked also.
We have had many.
And they went back convinced and
we have had many
converted.
We have the organization, the trusts have been going to court many times, and we have always argued well. And we are legally compliant. We comply with every statutory compliance. Every compliance is
line that's been ticked. So there's nothing. Everything is above board. And
getting an animal is not easy.
Correct.
MOEF has certain guidelines. The state government has guidelines. The CITES. We are extremely regulated in terms of we follow every law to the T.
So you will stand the test of legal scrutiny in terms of this endeavor, because it's important, because what you're doing is very significant.
Yes.
So let me ask you, you're also very dharmic. So is there a Sanatan connect to it all?
Of course. So as you know that in our Sanatan, you will, every deity has an animal which is close to her or his heart.
True.
Every deity
Has a Vahana
is an animal.
Yeah.
So, and in our Rig Veda, Krishna said, Krishna also says that all life is equal.
Yeah.
May it be a human, or may it be a bee, or may it be an ant, everything is equal.
Yeah, Mamaiva Amsho, he says.
Yes.
Jiva
So
Loke,
here
Jiva
we take
Bhuta
care
Sanatana.
from frogs to mice to everything. So I have a whole, today you've seen as a wildlife rescue center.